round 2 of the Rugby Championship kicks off tonight with a mouthwatering matchup that's not only huge for the Rugby Championship, but also for those eagle eyes looking forward to that opening match of the Rugby World Cup for these two teams. That's right, it's New Zealand, the All Blacks, up against the South Africans, the Springboks, for round 2 of the Rugby Championships. Let's get ready to whet the appetite. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Rugby Championship, where we're in the second round of the shortened version of the competition, because that's right, it is Rugby World Cup year. Today we have almost a bit of an appetizer to what we will be seeing in that opening round of the Rugby World Cup, where the All Blacks will be facing the Springboks, but it won't be in New Zealand, it won't be in South Africa, it will be in Japan. So it's sure to be one cracker of a game. For tonight though, the All Blacks will be looking to build from their opening round win over Argentina and put themselves in a nice comfortable position heading into their final Rugby Championship matchup against Australia. It is noted though that no team has ever won the Rugby Championship and gone on to win the Rugby World Cup, so how much do the All Blacks really want to win this game? There's a lot on the line, however, as these two teams will be looking to put themselves in that right frame of mind, the confidence and that little advantage, knowing that they could be the ones going into that huge World Cup clash with that little bit of the W from the Rugby Championship just those months beforehand. Going into tonight's matchup, the All Blacks have made a number of changes from the Argentinian win, and it's just about full strength pack with still question marks around that number 6 jumper, but it is Shannon Frizzell that gets a chance to excel there and see if he is the one to take that role going into the future. He'll be partnered by Matt Dodd and Kieran Reid in the back row, and the tight 5 is about as good as it gets. Moody, Taylor, Franks, Vitalik and Whitelock in the second row. The back line though has a little bit of a mix with 2 fly halves in there. Perenara will start a scrum half and he'll partner Richie Mwanga in the number 10 jumper. Sonny Bill Williams will partner alongside Jack Goodhue in midfield, with Rico Ioane on the left wing and Ben Smith on the right. That leaves one man, and that is Beauden Barrett to take the number 15 jumper. How will this Barrett-Mwanga combination fare for the All Blacks? We find out tonight as they go head to head with this next team. It is the Springboks, who have had a great season so far. Yes, a great season, but it can only get better for them. They demolished the Wallabies last weekend, and I'll be hoping to take that form on the road to take out the All Blacks as well. Wellington is a very nice hunting ground for the Springboks as well. They beat the All Blacks here last year, and they'll be hoping to do the same again. Problem for them though, in their return leg back to South Africa, they went down to the All Blacks to level that series 1-1 in the Rugby Championship in 2018. Much more important of a chance though is today, as they look forward to another successful World Cup campaign, and they've shown already in the opening 2 rounds of the competition just how good their depth can be, as they pretty much have named an all-new 15 for tonight's matchup. Starting off the front row, Stephen Kitsoff will be alongside Malcolm Marks and Frans Maholbra in the front row, with Evidence of Beef, one of the rare returnees from last weekend, partnering Franco Mostert in the second row. Kwagga Smith backs up in the blindside jersey, but open side for those South Africans, and Peter Steph de Toit will be in the number 7 jumper, with Dane Vermeulen lining up at the back of the pack. It's number 8. There's plenty of excitement, and it's what the South Africans have been wanting as well in this back line. Plenty of big names of past years returning and hoping to make a big impact to the side. Faf de Klerk is one that many have been calling for a long time, so whether he can step up to the mark against the All Blacks, we will find out tonight. He'll be partnering Handré Pollard in the halves, and in the midfield it'll be Damon Dialendi and Lacanio Arm. The back 3 looks exciting and dangerous, and 2 more returnees that we are really looking forward to seeing. Marcus Olumapipi, another rare retainee from the win against the Wallabies, but Chislin Colby lines up on the right wing, and of course Billy LaRue. How can anyone forget what he's given a Springbok jumper? He is back, and he's in the number 15 for the Springboks. Can they do the unthinkable for the second week in a row and make Wellington a fortress of South African rugby? We find out 80 minutes coming right up. New Zealand, South Africa, All Blacks, Springboks. It's an age-old rivalry, and another chapter sets about tonight. So it'll be the Springboks to get the game underway. Handré Pollard, of course, in South Africa in the green and white kits. It's the All Blacks. Well, 2 guesses. You only need one in the All Black kits. And underway we go. All Blacks receiving, South Africa kicking off, and it's a deep kick down to the 22, and Brody Vitalik pulls it in And New Zealand get the first use of the football just outside their own 22. They go short side and a hard break there from Ioane as he makes his way 5 minutes upfield and sets it up yet again for Cody Taylor, who pops it short. Richie Malonga no way through there and a slow ball, but Shannon Frizzell quickly on hand to claim that one back. Again to Ioane and a good tackle comes flying in. That time, Malcolm Marks making the big hit on the quick man out wide. They get a bit of continuity now through the All Blacks, and Richie Moanga finds it out wide. Good ball from Whitelock, and Retallick is quickly over the top of the tackle. Perenara, a little bit of room on the short side, but he went open. Now Retallick turns it back round. Jack Goodhue breaks. First time, but probably meeting the side, as he is a dangerous customer in that midfield partnership. Reed pops it back to Sonny Bill Williams, and little we know, it's another offload as Benton breaks through the heart of the Springboks defence, up to the 22, and Fully LaRue puts pressure on and thumps him into touch. Sonny Bill's offloading, Matt Todd's breaking the line, it is all happening early. As the All Blacks thunder their way up to the 22, but they lose the possession. They've had it all so far. And average throw there from Marks, but Vermeulen throws it out to Mapimpi and a high tackle from Jack Goodhue. Such a good defender as Jack Goodhue, but a dangerous, dangerous runner. There's Makazole Mapimpi. He's set away there off the, well, disjointed line out is one way to describe it. As Andre Pollard has the ball, and he's just inside his 22, and he's looking for that safety of the touchline. Great kick from Pollard. Chose to use the wind at its back and pumps it nicely, just short of halfway. Another set piece for the Springboks. I'll be hoping this time that Marks can hit his man. He's got Exabeats, Mostert, he's got the Toy at the back, great ball to the back. Hit his step to Toy, is of course very strong in that area. Mapimpi gets the ball in the midfield again, and he charges straight through, ball pass. Terrible from Mapimpi, looking for Lekanyo arm, but got nowhere near him, and the All Blacks turn it back over. Todd goes through another little bit of a scamper and almost up to halfway. Kitchoff making that tackle. Here's Reed back to Moanga, and they sit back and let this kick come away. Billy LaRue's back there, and he's got Colby on his right-hand side, but he runs alongside all by himself. Oh, Billy LaRue breaks one tackle. He's behind the defence, but a great try save there from Beauden Barrett, who turns the ball over. Now Goodhue, left side attack. Oh, big tackle. Look on your arm. Oh, the referee's giving this one as high, is he? No arms, possibly? But boy, oh boy, Rieko Ioane was just punished into touch. And the All Blacks, well, they've opted for 3. The referee saying that was a dangerous tackle. I, for one, thought it was an absolute cracker. Lekanyo arm absolutely bullied him into touch. Here's the kick from Beauden Barrett, whoever, it's a good one. A long way out, almost on the 10-metre line. Big angle on the touchline as well. Successful conversion for the stout-looking Beauden Barrett, the number 15 jumper. Well, I'm still not over the fact that Arm put in a great tackle like that and got penalised for it. Back to halfway we go. The All Blacks are up 3 points to 0 over South Africa. And the Springboks kick long, missed at the back. Great chance now for the Springboks to attack. Franks does a good job. He gets it away to Whitelock, who's in a 2-man tackle. Marks is the first. He puts him to ground. Franks is another go again. Pops it in field and another go for Retallick. There's a bit of pressure here. And Pollard, he's turned it over. Kitchoff to Clerk. Someone's going to go. Mapimpi will go. Mapimpi just about away. Great tackle there. And another try saver from Beauden Barrett. Here's a run. It's a try to Quagga Smith. Straight off the back. And I think it is, yes, Quagga Smith who scores. Great try by the impressive number 6. He's been in fantastic form throughout Super Rugby with the Lions, and he's capped that off by turning it into some great Springboks form as well. Takes it off the back, tries to get through the tackle of Sonny Bill Williams, who can't do anything but stop him over the line. Great securing of the ball there. Dane Vermeulen, such a strong man, and there was no way that they weren't getting quick ball off that. Vermeulen was there and he was stacked over that ball. Quagga Smith, eh? What a season he's had. What a player he is, aren't we just blessed? We've talked about it before, about the great number 6s or 7s in the Springboks instance. Open side flankers and blind side flankers we have at the moment. Some great talent out there as Andre Pollard adds the extra 2. And for the first time tonight, the Springboks lead over the All Blacks, 7 points to 3 here in Wellington. We've got all caked in. It looks pretty packed full. Westpac Stadium. It's underway we go. This time it is Richie Mo'unga kicking high and short. Now Marks takes a nice and Kitshoff has a bit of a scamper. Boy, he's all alone. Really isolated there is Stephen Kitshoff. He loses it. And Piranara quickly fires a Frank Sabine Smith back inside for Zell. Keeping it alive nicely to Sonny Bill Williams. He is a danger man. Faf de Klerk. Superb tackle by Faf de Klerk. Stops him in his tracks. Frizzell running hard. Taylor, great offload as well. Joe Moody's in the 22. And Moody is looking insanely dangerous as well. The All Blacks close to the line. Mo'unga gives it to Whitelock. Oh, it's a great ball out wide from Matt Todd. And Rieko Ioane will score. And the All Blacks hit right back. Just like that. Nothing on. They just flicked the switch. And a few phases later, they're in for the try. Mo'unga the pick and go. That kept it alive. Whitelock, brilliant ball to Todd. And Rieko Ioane doesn't even invite that close. They look very dangerous, the All Blacks. They got into that attacking momentum. They got into that dangerous part of the field. Great ball from Todd. And we've got to say, maybe they should be looking at guys like Mahalbra and Etzebeth who are standing around in between passer and receiver. And yet they couldn't shut it down some way or another. All Blacks snaffle the lead straight back, 8 points to 7. Kick to come from Beauden Barrett. He looks in good touch, and as well, it is over. 2 out of 2 from the tee tonight from Beauden Barrett. He puts the All Blacks lead up to 10 points to 7 over the Springboks. And we have just 4 minutes to go till the halftime break. Pollard would love to get this ball back for his team if he can somehow put it high enough in the night sky. He does, very high. But the chase is relatively average, and Piranara's got an easy job, and he finds his captain, Kieran Reid, who takes the ball into contact, and no one really jumps in there to try and steal that one away, and Mo'unga has an easy run of just picking up and going himself. Here's Piranara finding Moody. We cut out past Moody to Fred Todd, who gets it nicely out wide again. Goodhue, another break from Jack Goodhue, and on hand is Ben Smith to steal the ball once more. Springboks holding off here as Atalik pops it nicely back to Reid, who bundles through 2. Chance to turn over there, and it's a penalty. I thought Mapimpi had done enough. I thought Mapimpi had got a penalty for the tackler not releasing, but no. It was Mapimpi not holding his weight in the tackle, and surprisingly, the All Blacks have gone for the corner, and that's half time. That is it. Well, what a surprise. A chance like that, an opportunity like that, I thought they would have gone for 3 and put the lead potentially up to 13 points to 7 and gone to half time with that little cushion of 6 on their side instead of just the 3. A bizarre call from Reid. He was looking obviously to go to half time. He's not happy with how things are going. But despite all that, a great chance for an extra 3 points that they may come to rue later on in this matchup. They do lead, however, by the slender margin of 3 points. 10-7 is the halftime score. And the All Blacks, well, they've had all the ball, haven't they, over the Springboks. 69% to 31%, which is a pretty dominant display by the home side. Territory, though, swings slightly the other way. The Springboks doing it just 57-43, but it's line breaks that tell a bit of a story here. Both sides with 1 try, but the All Blacks have got 3 line breaks, and the Springboks just 2, meaning there's still plenty of chances out there to score tries, but neither side has had too much success against the other's defence so far. It is a close one. It is still anyone's matchup in this round 2 Rugby Championship game. It is 10 points to 7. The All Blacks lead the Springboks, and there are still 40 minutes of action still to come, so don't go anywhere. We get back straight back down to the second half. Richie Mo'unga, he's back to halfway, and he's looking to get the second half quickly into action. He's probably not seen as much ball as he would have liked, but he's had plenty of chances to run. Here's Mo'unga, bit of a trial between him and Barrett, and the number 15 jump. Pollard, straight through the gut, straight on the kickoff. Pollard puts a little grubber ahead, foot race with Ben Smith, who wins that one every day of the week. Great start by Pollard. He sparks this half into life for the Springboks. Here's Beauden Barrett, who takes the short pass off the base of the ruck. As Now they look to open it up again. It's Whitelock to Mooney, and here's another chance for Sonny Bill Williams. Big pass out wide. Oh, good Hugh! He's knocked on. A marvellous chance to break away down the left-hand wing. Support was there as well. You've got to wonder what could have been there for the All Blacks.
Crouch.
Brodie Ritsolak was all over that opportunity. He loves a good try, doesn't he, Brodie? Buster Clark will feed the scrum for the Springboks. Oh, but a big All Black hit. Should turn this over. What a thunderous shove. Very early, very quick. And Perenara knows his boys have done the job here. Springboks on the back foot, the scrum time. Who would have thought that? Why they come. Ben Smith choosing to pump this one away. He gets it into the 22. And oh, big chase, big tackle as well. Philly LaRue was going nowhere. The All Blacks piling in. They turn it over. Whitelock wide. Frizzell back into Cody Taylor. Back to where it all began. The All Blacks slow to get numbers. But Kieran Reid sits in the back. You can see it. Reid, short side. Ben Smith steps in. Ben Smith will score, will he? No! Throws for Holbrook. What a tackle. And the tight head prop puts in an amazing display of cutthroat defence. Missed that one, and it is 17-7. It's disaster time for the Springboks. Speaking of, another poor line out. Vermeulen back to Mostert. It's getting a bit desperate. Oh no! It's gone really poor there for the Springboks. Mostert was going backwards at a rate of knots. He took the desperate measure. He was going into his own and goal regardless for a 5-metre scrum, but he tried to find the support there of Marcus Oliver Pimpi. It was not the right place. The ball sails over sidelines. Here's Perenara though. Mo'unga tossed straight through. Try time, Sonny Bill Williams. That was too easy. Far too easy for the All Blacks. And the Springboks defence, which has looked great all night, was found wanting on a major level right there. Set piece scrum, it wasn't anything fancy, it wasn't special at all. Perenara to Mo'unga, out to Sonny Bill, and look at poor old Cheslin Colby. You've got to feel sorry for him. He had so much work to do with the defence there, there was no way one man could do it. He had 3 guys to the left of Sonny Bill Williams. There you see good Hugh. Ioane would have been out there as well, and there's Matt Todd. Goodness gracious me, the Springboks have made an absolute hash of that defensive structure set up, and they've gifted the second try of the night for the All Blacks to Sonny Bill Williams. Almost to the hour mark as Beauden Barrett with his easiest kick of the night slots it over, and the lead is punctured straight out to 17 points to 7. A great start to the second half for the Springboks, making a line break straight away, but it's quickly turned around to pressure, and a poor defensive setup has seen Sonny Bill go in for the easiest of his career. Still 22 minutes remaining as Pollard this time goes very deep, looking for an error from the All Blacks, and it's there to Franks, and Franks tidies up nicely. Shannon Frizzell goes to Cody Taylor, is looking for Ioane. That was obvious to see for the Springboks defenders. It was a short side move, and they were trying to draw a defender in to give the open ball to Ioane on the wing. It didn't come about. Here we go, line out. Springboks. Peter Steph Toy has been brilliant at the back, not only an open play and the number 7 jumper, but all over. Here is Colby. Doesn't want to go the short side, gets it away to Mahoubra, who's been brilliant as well. Throws Mahoubra up towards the just about the 5-metre line. Quagga Smith is waiting and he's looking for his options here. He's got it to Pollard, who's lining up a shot to goal. Oh, a droppy! Andre Pollard giving 3 thanks for coming. Well, it's a little bit unorthodox, but it's a little bit South African, isn't it? It's a little bit Springboks, and that's what they do. Desperate for points, get down the right end of the field, pop 3 over, and then start again. It's a great quick rotation of points. The All Blacks don't even know what's happened, and they've conceded 3. The lead is cut back to just 7 points now as we enter the final quarter of an hour, and Vermeulen takes a great kick off, and Mostert with a great run there. Oh, intercepted by Richie Mo'unga. Disaster for the Springboks, who needed that possession massively. Whitelock to Ioane. He's Ritsolak, who turns it back to Todd, and Sonny Bill's through once more. Can he link up? No, he hangs on, And Willie LaRue does another great piece of work to put Sonny Bill Williams into touch. He had plenty of options there too, did Williams. He didn't use a single one of them. The All Blacks have lead. Another dodgy line out. Quagga Smith makes it to Toy to Pollard. And Pollard! Oh, plenty of room here for Andre Pollard. He's looking for the kick as he Bona Barrett. Can't cut it off. Pollard goes to the corner. Ben Smith racing back. Pollard needs a chase. Damon Delendi is there as well. But it beats them all with it. Actually, I was watching the chase, but that kick was so pinpoint from Andre Pollard. Look at this. 6 metres out from the Springboks fly half. That is amazing work from Andre Pollard. Retallick at the front and Perenara waits no time. They're hacking this downfield towards the 10-metre line. Springboks will have to go again. This time, it's their own line-out feed. I've got to give Pollard a bit more credit for that kick. Running an open play to put a ball like that into the corner, just phenomenal. Here's Faf de Klerk, double cutout pass to the Cunningham arm, and he finds Delendi again. And the inside centre finds Cezanne Colby. He's got support with Pollard, but he just can't find him. This pace of Colby was a little bit too much. Here's Quagga Smith running, finding Stephen Kitsoff. Oh, the big loose head pop straight through. Big try! South Africa score! And the Springboks can tie it up! Of all people you'd expect to put in a clutch moment like that, Stephen Kitsoff delivers. Number one on his back, and he will be number one in the club rooms tonight. You can guarantee that. The Springboks hit back late, and that may be enough to secure a draw. It sits down to Andre Pollard now, but let's take a moment and let's give a little bit of credit here to Quagga Smith, who delivered a beautiful ball after luring 3 or 4 defenders close to the ruck, and the line running hard straight at the hole was Stephen Kitsoff. Great try, no fullback in place. Colby took care of that. What a finish we've had here. There is a slight bit of time left here. A minute to go. Andre Pollard is looking at the ball. He's taking his time. He's messing this out. He's going to run a 10. There is 80 minutes. Andre Pollard step up and he delivers the killer punch. 17-17. The Springboks should well be pleased with that comeback. But the All Blacks, boy, they let that one go. South Africa come, they steal another victory from the All Blacks when it looked like they should be down and out. They've found a way back, and it is through the loose head prop, Stephen Kitsoff, that scores with just moments remaining to steal the draw for the Springboks. And for them, that should feel like a win. They were down 17-7, yet somehow they've come all the way back to tie it up. That is a fantastic turnaround by the Springboks. 2 tries apiece, 2 conversions apiece. The difference, one got a penalty goal. That was Bona Barrett, and Andre Pollard nailed that quick fire drop goal that put them back within striking distance. 2 tries for the All Blacks are Rieko Ioane and Sonny Bill Williams. As for the Springboks, Stephen Kitsoff take a bow, and Quagga Smith with the other. Bona Barrett 2 out of 2 conversions, as did Andre Pollard. And of course, like we talked about, the penalty goal matched up with the drop goal. 17 all, a draw in Wellington, and that makes it 2 times in a row the All Blacks have failed to beat the Springboks at Westpac Stadium. Full-time stats, and wow, what a story this tells. The All Blacks all over the Springboks. When it comes to possession, they had just 1/3 of the ball. 1/3, yet they've come away with an impressive 17-all draw. You look at the scoreboard and you're saying, yes, is a draw really a benefit to anyone? But the way that the Springboks were shut out of this game, the way that they seemed down and out, and managed to still fire themselves back, not only into contention, but into level peggings with the All Blacks at home. That is one impressive display and an impressive performance by many of this side who have been here waiting for this match for a couple of weeks. The Springboks held their territorial advantage throughout the game, 56-57% throughout the whole matchup. The scrum battle was interesting. The All Blacks got a little bit of a nudge on a few of those. Handing errors, surprisingly, there was only 4 in the match. 3 by the Springboks, 1 by the All Blacks. And how about that second to bottom line breaks? There was a plethora of line breaks. 2 tries apiece, 4 in total. But we had 13 line breaks, 7 to the All Blacks, 6 to the Springboks. It was entertaining, the defence was punishing, the finishing was desperate. In the end, neither side could be separated, and we finished all tied up, 17 all, between New Zealand All Blacks and the South African Springboks. An intriguing start to round 2 of the Rugby Championship, which of these two sides is really going to favour themselves to take out the tournament with 1 round still remaining. Points differential will see the Springboks stay at the top of the ladder, and of course they still had to play Argentina, while New Zealand will go across to play the Wallabies. There is all on the line for those 2 matches as well. The first of the Bledisloes, there is all to be won and lost for those matchups in that last round. But for today, that is my time done and dusted. Another fantastic Rugby Championship test between the All Blacks and the Springboks. Neither side able to be separated here today. 17 all is how it ends. I'll see you all next time for the Wallabies versus Argentina. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.